In the wake of the massive disruption in IndiGo's flight operations last week, India's aviation regulator DGCA has sacked 4 flight operations inspectors who were responsible for oversight on IndiGo and the airline's preparation for the new pilot test and duty duration rules. These FOIs, as they're known, engaged with the DGCA on contract basis, have been relieved with immediate effect to join their respective parent organizations as per the DGCA. But this is again raising the question if the top brass is going scot-free for what has been the biggest man-made crisis in Indian skies. What is the accountability of the ministry, the DGCA top brass, and of course the IndiGo top management? In terms of action, here's what has happened so far. IndiGo has been asked to submit report on cancellations and impact and aftermath, an update on status of refunds processed and future procedure. Airline has been asked to present recruitment plan for pilots and crew. 8-member DGCA team has been stationed at IndiGo's corporate office, and 4 flight safety operations and compliance officials have been sacked. But is this enough? A mere 10% curtailment of flight operations, just 10,000 rupee vouchers as compensation to passengers, and no action on DGCA or IndiGo top brass. Are the big fish going scot-free as it happens case after case in India? That's a big question. Joining us is a special guest. What about the DGCA top brass? J.S. Rawat is former Joint Director of DGCA. Would it be correct to say, Mr. Rawat, that the big fish are going scot-free? What about top accountability?
The question is the person responsible in the DGCA who can take the action. They have already initiated the action, whatever in their purview. With the DGCA can, they have called the CEO of the airlines, all those kind of things. Release of the this FOIs who are looking after the IndiGo. So these are indications. They can take the action against these people. They have already started the action process for that. To talk about the big fish. The big fish, then you have to say that the bigger fish has to take the action against the big fish. So you have to wait for some time.
But do you believe that at the very top hierarchy of the DGCA, and I'm not going to spare the ministry here either, because both are responsible for ensuring that something like this, because this was a clear man-made crisis, right? Something like this should not happen. This wasn't because of weather alone. This wasn't because of a volcano erupting somewhere in the world. This was only because one airline was badly ill-prepared, but also those who were supposed to do oversight also didn't do enough of their job.
You are right that, but whatever is that, whenever somebody has to take action against anybody, now there is a principle of natural justice. Then opportunity has to be given. What you want to put up issues, which already DGCA has done in this present case by asking the statement of the CEO and all this. So if the matter is escalated because the minister has already notified that there is a committee which has been established to look into the things. When the report comes, the DGCA will, whoever ministry or government, whoever want to take the action, they will then initiate the action accordingly.
But sir, you've been part of the DGCA. I'll come to the larger issues that are being raised against this body and its overhaul in just a bit. Don't you think that the top hierarchy of the DGCA should be responsible morally? The fact that under their nose, this entire thing went into such a chaos, the rules that were notified 1.5 years earlier?
So this has been discussed many times that when this CR was implemented with the court, High Court order, and High Court has established that these are implementation dates, which were known to everyone, to the IndiGo, to as well as the regulator also. So now the person that the authorities have to see who has that fault. IndiGo is definitely one of the IndiGo is definitely at the fault because they have implemented, and even then they have asked for the higher schedule for the winter, higher number of the flights for the winter schedule. They have already done that. So how the DGCA could not monitor it, the preparedness of the IndiGo, that has to be seen, and that I think the committee which has been established by the government that will look into these facts.
Let's see if this becomes one more case where, the top hierarchy faces no action. There's going to be action on some junior level officials or employees, because I'm talking not just about, direct accountability. I'm talking about moral accountability when you're sitting in such positions. But I come to the other question that everybody is discussing, Mr. Rawat. What is wrong with the DGCA? Do you think there are structural, institutional issues Somebody has mentioned, for example, that it's heavily understaffed, and others have mentioned that you don't have industry expert as its head, for example, currently. Do you think it needs a complete overhaul?
Now, you have just mentioned that four FY have been sent back to their parents. They were industry expert. They were the industry expert which are supporting the DGCA in this flight operations directorate. So DGCA's staff have the staff for this kind of this technical staff which are looking after the flying aspect and pilot this thing. So that is already there, and as the question is that DGCA is also growing with the pace, the way the industry is also increasing. So now you must have heard that DGCA has already sanctioned number of the posts. They have done the recruitment. I was looking at the recruitment, mail or something, that the now 100 more than 120 assistant director of operation have been selected. Now because you have to say, because the government process that you have to identify the how many number you want, then you have to make the recruitment rule. Sometimes you have to do the amendment in the recruitment rule, and then you have to go to the UPSC for selecting the persons. After selecting the person, also it takes 2 to 3 months for the maximum 2 for their appointment. So this is a continuous process basically.
As far as this particular episode is concerned, Mr. Rawat, what do you think it would have taught the DGCA? Because it is ultimately the watchdog. It has to do this monitoring. It was trying to do its monitoring. The ministry has said that 2 days before this chaos broke out, we did meet Indigo, and Indigo did not intimate us that there was any problem at their end. But what do you think are the lessons for the DGCA here after this episode?
For the DGCA now, what has happened, actually we have to see the thing, how the things have moved. So the thing is that DGCA is basically, in this case, what I have been observing, that they should have reviewed the progress of the implementation by the Indigo. I'm sure that they have done with all the airlines, and same they must have done for the Indigo. But what I can understand, that Indigo was saying that they are well prepared for that.
Yes.
Which was not the case basically. So the thing is that either DGCA at that point of time to go and do the introspection with the Indigo, that they are prepared or not, or take their words, yes, we are prepared.
Okay. All right. Maybe some lessons and some understanding for the future as far as the DGCA, the aviation watchdog, is concerned. J.S. Rawat, I do thank you for joining us.
Thank you.